everybody. Welcome to Susie Q's home. Tonight we are going to be making loaded baked potato soup, and I've made it different ways throughout the years, but this is the absolute best. I came across this probably last month, and I've got to give credit where it is due. This recipe is from Karina Valadares, and my husband says it's the best he's ever had, so that's quite a compliment when it comes from him, and my family loved it as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start out with getting all of our ingredients together. I feel like, you know, if you have it all together, the easier it is. Okay, so we're going to start out with half a pound of bacon, which is 6 to 8 slices of bacon. You're going to chop it up so that you can cook it over here in the pan here in just a minute. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of butter. You're going to need 1 white onion, diced. You're going to need 3 garlic cloves or minced garlic. That's what I'm using, Jarlic. Also need 1/4 cup of flour, 1 cup of heavy cream, 2 cups of whole milk, and you're going to need 3½ cups of chicken broth. Now for the seasonings, it's really not that much. We're going to use a ½ teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon powder. You also need 2 to 3 pounds, depending on your family size, of potatoes cut into bite size, so you know they'll boil quicker. You're going to need 2 cups of some type of shredded cheese. This calls for mild cheddar. I usually use Colby Jack. I'm pretty sure you can use, you know, whatever you would like. And then there's sour cream and green onions for the very end. So okay, let's get started. We're going to go on over here and we're going to get our bacon in. Okay, so I actually did 8 slices of bacon because I got a pretty good sized family. So we're going to put that in there, let that cook up. It usually takes about 5 to 6 minutes. And while this is cooking, if you haven't got your onion chopped or your potatoes chopped, you could take a couple minutes to go ahead and start getting that prepared. And we're definitely going to need something to put this on when it comes out. Put it back in the bowl. I like the brands that put off the most grease though, because I try to save my bacon grease. And I am very depleted on that right now. So I'm just going to let this go around for a minute. Okay, so it's been probably 6 or 7 minutes. It'll depend, you know, on yours. We're going to go ahead and remove the bacon. And I'm just going to put it in a bowl here with some paper towel lined. Set that to the side until we're ready for it. Also, you're going to want to remove probably all except for 2 tablespoons of your bacon grease. We do want to have a little bit in there. Scoop a little better. There we go. It's better. Got it. Okay. So next, now we've got our bacon out. Okay. Go ahead and remove some of that grease. Just one little tablespoon or 2 in there. Okay. And then so to the pan, same pan, you want to add 3 tablespoons of butter. And hold on to it. Okay. And then you want 3 cloves of garlic, or probably a heaping like that of garlic. And it might look too much, but it's going to be a big pot of soup, so it's going to be okay. So we're going to put that in there. You want to make sure straight to the bottom, get all that good bacon bits and glaze that is on the bottom. We want all this to mix together and become fragrant. We're going to give that a minute or 2 for the butter to melt and the garlic to go in there with it. Okay, our butter's almost melted. Okay, so this smells really good already. So that butter's melted. We want to go ahead and add in our onions, our garlic. Actually, that's going to be fine. Put the garlic in, or the onions in first and then the garlic, but it'll be fine. Alright, so give this just a couple of minutes to get a little bit softened here. Cook it together. Alright, about a minute. And then once that gets softened, then we're going to go ahead and add in our flour and then our broths. I think we definitely need to test this bacon to make sure it's okay. It's good. You gotta test the bacon. Okay, see, it's starting to get soft and all come together there. Whisk. It won't take long for these to get soft, since our since our pan's already hot and ready to go. Okay. Depending on how soft you like them, we don't like them like mush or anything, but these are getting, tender enough because they're going to continue to cook in the soup as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add in our 1/4 cup of flour. Okay, we're going to whisk that in with our onion and garlic until there's no more flour. You don't want to taste cooked or uncooked flour. Yeah. So we're just going to keep moving this around even though it's dry. See, it's dry. You just want to keep moving that around until you don't see that flour anymore. Okay. And then once you don't see that flour, next we want to add in a cup of heavy cream. So 2 cups of milk. It doesn't have to be whole milk. It can be skim milk or any kind of milk. I just prefer whole milk. So 2 cups of that. We are also going to add in 3½ cups of chicken broth. 3 to 3½. I usually do 3½ because I've made more potatoes than normal. So I'm actually going to use the whole thing. Yeah, everybody else should just use 3½. How's that? Making a mess here. And in case I didn't say earlier, when I had my bacon, now that I'm adding the broth, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it up because we're going to want to bring this to a boil. Okay, we have our cup of heavy cream, 2 cups of milk, and should be 3½ cups of chicken broth. I went ahead and put 4, like I said, because I made cut up extra potatoes for my family. We're going to go ahead and add the seasonings at this point, which is 1 teaspoon of the chicken bouillon powder, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to go ahead and add that in there. And I'm going to go ahead and put in some garlic powder. Yes, I know I have minced in there, but the powder, just, I don't know, it makes the difference. You can, and I'm putting a little bit of onion powder as well. Okay, we're going to give that a good stir. Add another cup of milk or another cup of heavy cream, or half heavy cream and half milk, but right now we're going to cover these, put the heat up. We're going to cover these and let them boil for about 15 to 20 minutes depending. We're going to poke them with a fork because we want them fork tender, and then I will show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so we are back. Our potatoes are nice and fork tender. Some of them a little bit more than others, but it's going to continue to cook. So the next step is you can either take a potato masher or an immersion blender, and you're going to go ahead and blend up as many potatoes as you want to your consistency as that you like for your soup. Also, while the potatoes are boiling, we go ahead and get our cheese shredded up. So it calls for 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. You can use any kind of cheese you like. As a matter of fact, I've got my Colby Jack cheese already shredded up here. I was going to find some more and shred that up, but looks like we're out, so that's okay. We're going to use pepper jack. We also love pepper jack. Because you're going to want 2 cups to put in the soup, and you're going to want extra for garnish when you're ready to eat it. So let's go ahead and get this cheese shredded up here. Whoops, better get a bowl, huh? Anybody else shred their own cheese? I really love this invention, this cheese grater here. I don't think I went back to buying bagged shredded cheese in months, in a long time. That's good enough. We'll save the other block for another time. So we've got our cheese ready, and we're just going to continue to let our potatoes boil. We're going to poke them with a fork And when they are tender enough, I'll come back and I'll show you what we're going to do next. It's almost done. Okay, so we are back. Our potatoes are nice and fork tender. Some of them a little bit more than others, but it's going to continue to cook. So the next step is you can either take a potato masher or an immersion blender, and you're going to go ahead and blend up as many potatoes as you want to your consistency as, you know, that you like for your soup.
Yeah.
Is it? Now is it? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use our masher, and like I said, go ahead and do it to your own consistency. I did start out with my immersion blender, but had that mishap. Okay, so we're going to turn this down to a medium to low heat, and you want to go ahead and add in the 2 cups of the shredded cheese that we already did, of your choice. Like I said, I'm doing the Colby Jack. We're going to let that melt in there, along with, you're going to do about 3/4 of the bacon that you did. I'm going to save a little bit, reserve it for the top. Okay, and then once this cheese melts, it is ready to go. You can add sour cream in it, crackers, salt, pepper. It's really good with cayenne if you like spicy, which my family usually loves spicy. I don't know why I'm saying usually, they do. We love spicy. So, alright, we're just going to let that go. The cheese, pretty much to your heart's desire. It calls for 2 cups. If you feel like it needs a little more, if you feel like it needs a little less, that's up to you. Same with the bacon bits. I don't think I'm just going to put them all in there for us. But you feel welcome to save some to garnish your soup. This doesn't take long at all once the cheese and everything gets in there. Okay. Should be ready to put this in a bowl and eat it. It smells so good. I wish you all could smell it. You know what? I'm going to put a little bit more cheese in there. Like I said, that's up to you guys. You do as much or as little as you choose. And that is it, though. Like I said, once that's melted, and I'll show you, you know, what it looks like. Oh, if you like this video, please give it a like. Feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos. I'm going to be doing one tomorrow for biscuits and gravy, sausage gravy, and it's pretty good. And I have a spin at the end that I think everybody will find interesting. So you definitely want to make sure you find my video for that. It's, like I said, coming up next. So let me get a bowl, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. Be right back. Okay, so here we are. We have it in our bowl, ready to go. Okay, like I said, you put salt, pepper, some more of that bacon, if you reserve some of that bacon for the top, some more cheese if you want more cheese. I guess I like a lot of cheese. Crackers. You can put a dollop of sour cream in there. It's pretty good. It's good with or without, but either some Frank's Red Hot if you like it spicy, or cayenne pepper. We get this in the powdered kind, and believe me, it's almost lethal. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and test this like this. Still steaming. Oh my goodness, that is so good. I think you and your family are going to love it. If you make it, let me know in the comments, and tell me if you would change anything. But anyway, like I said, stay tuned. I've got some more recipes coming. So we'll see you later. Have a good night.